So my computer, or my phone actually, stopped. So I have to repeat what I was saying. So marriages, right? In marriages, you take a leap of faith. Why? Because the moment in which you are encountering another person, you encounter the infinite. A person changes all the time. You don't know what's gonna happen. You're not saying I'm gonna be with this person forever, and I know for sure that he or she will do this and this and that, and I know for sure that I will do this and this and this and that. You have no idea how things change and what life will bring to you. As much as we can plan, a person is an infinite. If I can put it this way, a person is someone that surprises you all the time. When you throw yourself into the arms of your beloved, you throw yourself into the unknown, because you yourself are something that's unknown for yourself, and of course for the other two. So what happens is, in this case, what happens is quite surprising. You are going into something that you have no idea how it's going to end. That's the same for Abraham, in Kierkegaard's understanding. Okay, Abraham goes for 3 days towards the Mount of Moriah, having no idea what's going to happen, but trusting that he will be always somehow held by God. And if you put it this way, then there are two modes of being in the world. One of them is idolatrous. That's the story of Iphigenia in the book, and you probably, I don't know if you know the story of Iphigenia, when I think it's page 86 or so, when Kierkegaard talks about a tragic hero, he talks about the Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek army, who was going to Troy to fight the Trojans. You probably know the Trojan War. And he had no wind for the boats, and they had no engines, and they needed wind for the boats. And a priest told him that the goddess, I think Artemis, was upset with them, so he needs to sacrifice his own daughter. What does he do? He does it. He kills his own daughter. For Agamemnon, for Kierkegaard, this guy is a tragic hero. He's a tragic hero because he does not want to do what is required of him. Nobody wants to kill his own son, child, right? Daughter, child, and so on. But at the same time, he does it because he believes that it's the right thing to do, because things are requested of him by his people in the army, because he sacrifices the individual in order for the many to be well. But that's not the case for Abraham. Abraham is not idolatrous in this way. The first one is idolatrous, Agamemnon, because he believes in the idea of righteousness. Abraham says, God will never leave me. God will see to it. I have no idea. I have no understanding. I do not know what to do, but I'm throwing myself into the arms of my God. So, this is the difference between faith and idolatry. In faith, we never judge. In idolatry, we always judge. In faith, we have no idea what the good and the bad thing is. We only know love. In idolatry, we know what the good and the bad is, and we can murder in the name of that good. There you go with the terrorists. They murder in the name of what they think the good is. Murderers. For Kierkegaard, period. It's not about, they are faithful human beings. No, they are not. Faith is not that. Faith is throwing yourself into the arms of love. Killing others in the name of whatever you believe is thinking that you are the fairest of them all, the most intelligent guy, because you got it. You know what God wants from you. So, for Kierkegaard then, what happens in the whole book is that God gives Abraham the law of anti-idolatry. And the law of anti-idolatry is love. He was in the danger of loving his son because his son was giving him a mighty nation. He was transforming his son into an object. He was the promise given by God, again, an object. And now that law is not expressed in words, in concepts, and that's why he doesn't know, but is a law that comes into his own heart, that transforms him. And he only does all those things. So, it's a nourishment. This is why Kierkegaard will say that the true knight of faith is never a teacher, like talking all the time and telling you concepts and ideas that you have to learn, and by learning them you become lovers of ideas and not lovers of human beings, but rather a witness. A witness is someone who testifies for life, testifies for goodness, testifies for love. How? In his or her own actions and behavior, not by speaking about it. That's why Abraham is silent. And you have the last in the PowerPoint. You have a picture with a piece of bread in an oven, and since Kierkegaard is a Christian philosopher, of course he considers all this. What is the law? What is our nourishment? Nourishment is bread. What's bread? Well, bread is God for him in some sense. If you go to communion for Christians, right? You eat bread. You have bread and wine, right? Which becomes the body and the blood. In Hebrew, Bethlehem, which is the place where Jesus was born, means the house of bread. Why? Because the bread was born there. What becomes the nourishment. And for Kierkegaard, this is very important. Because for Kierkegaard, all that, the nourishment is about love. I do not know about you, but when I remember my childhood, and my grandma and my grandpa, who have passed away, of course, because I'm old, I often remember they're feeding me. And when I taste something that tastes like my grandma's soup or something like that, it gives me a certain emotion. Why? Because the nourishment comes to you. It takes care of you. It embraces you. It puts itself. It annuls itself for you, because nourishment dies when you live, right? If I eat something, that thing dies, but has life in me, so to say. Anyway, so this is the end. Enjoy your last writings, and I will see you probably on campus, because fall comes, and who knows? I may see you around without knowing who you are, because I don't know your faces. Take care. Bye.